That was an amazing day, Josh. I want to thank you for that, seriously. I got emotional a few times from just being in a room with so many people. For months it was just me, and for a time I had Luke, but this was something really special.
Well, it's nice to know you aren't alone and here in this family. Our little bunker family. Well, yeah, you're your family now.
Good to know, and I am glad I was welcomed in with such warm arms.
Well, of course. I mean, people kind of figured out quickly that we had a past life, and I did finally have to confess about our past life together, so they are probably super nice for that reason. But even if I hadn't known you, we would have shown you plenty of kindness. Since I've been here, I've seen everyone except Brian and Brittany go through that trial room, and it is tough. It's a very tough process, but it has to be done for safety.
Of course. It was really awful, but I can't imagine doing it with no protein bars.
Well, trust me, it wasn't a good experience. It was awful. It broke us all with gut-wrenching pain. Water only really helped for so long. I even thought about eating the pillow stuffing at one point.
Oh, geez, Josh. Well, I'm glad it didn't come to that. I'm just glad it's done and in the past now.
Agreed. So, I haven't really asked you yet, but yeah, what do you think about this place? You seem very fond of the garden.
Well, it's a lot bigger than I thought. Plenty of space if I want alone time and a lot of activities to do as well.
Yeah, well, you'll realize quickly there aren't enough activities. We've all done them at least, 20 times now? There's a lot of board games and movies, but the board games are kind of boring and missing pieces. And the movies mainly comprise of westerns, yeah, and cheesy sci-fis. And it all seems to be from the years of the 80s.
Oh, so when we go to the surface, we should raid the movie aisle, I guess.
Well, actually, I'm not sure we're even going to the surface anymore. I'm not sure if you noticed, but, well, Brian and Brittany were placed in jail.
Finally! I was wondering if you or someone else was going to mention it. I felt weird asking about it, but please explain what happened.
Okay, so it kind of goes back for a bit, but it's like this. Brian and Brittany are close, obviously. They're mother and son. They share a room, and we all believe they have both just been going crazy, and it's been slowly over time. They've been down here the longest, but I'm the third longest down here, and I feel fine. I think Brian may, actually be getting worse because of his mother, and, he's just doing unwell in the brain, but recently it's been worse, and we think it's because of his mother.
Well, what did they do to get them thrown in jail? Must have felt weird to put someone as old as Brittany in jail.
Actually, it felt really great. I'll explain. So, Brian, most likely heavily influenced by his mom, reported to us today that you were going to be staying in quarantine for another 3 to 5 days.
Seriously? I would have left. I would have had to. I couldn't have survived in there 3 days, let alone 5.
I know, and I didn't want to risk you getting hurt or leaving, so I stood my ground because the group and I have actually for a bit been planning a turn of power. We've been sick of the way Brian has treated us and how he's always listening to everything we do via security cameras.
Is that why you got on to me that day for talking bad about Brian?
Yes, that's exactly why. It's also why Brian was wanting you to sit in that room for another 3 to 5 days longer. Joseph gave you a healthy check and a go-ahead. You were ready to come in. Brian just wanted you to sit in there for trash-talking him for being a bad guy, which he for some reason doesn't want to believe.
He shot you with a taser, and for no valid reason.
I know. He isn't right in the head, nor is his mom, so for now, they're in jail. We aren't sure what to do. We can't just leave them in there, but maybe it's the better option than killing them or setting them free on the surface, which is just a death sentence anyway.
That's a tough choice to make. Maybe a vote is the best option. I'm sorry you all have been dealing with that.
Well, it's better than being dead on the surface. It's been annoying, but it's either life or death, and I choose life with a hint of crazy from Brian and Brittany.
Well, now I'm here, so hopefully that helps.
It does. It really does. Plus, them being behind bars is nice, too.
So who's in charge down here now? Did anyone appoint themselves as the new leader?
No. We're all just doing our part to keep this place running smoothly. Brian and Brittany never really did anything anyway. Brian just kind of crept with his security cameras, and Brittany just sat on the couch and watched reruns of her favorite show. Black and white, of course.
Oh, well, good thing you all don't really need them. Josh, thanks for standing up to Brian for me. I really don't think I could handle one extra day.
You're welcome, Charli. It felt really good punching him, so thank you for allowing me to do that.
Wait, you punched him? Joshua Burt, that isn't like you.
Well, he was trying to keep you from me, and I didn't like that, and I wasn't going to stand for it.
Well, I am very flattered. I'm just glad you didn't get hurt. You didn't hit Brittany, did you?
No, of course not. I did tell her to shut up, and I also called her Granny, and yeah, that's pretty funny to look back on.
You must have been pretty angry to tell someone that old to shut up.
Yeah, I was. But now everything's great. You're here. Everyone has a full belly of really great food. And I haven't seen this many smiles in a long time.
Hey, you would make a good leader. You made so many people happy today. You would never be like Brian. You're a kind and sweet person. You want the best for everybody, and you would never step on people in the process.
I could never be a leader, or the leader for that matter. Brian even rubbed it in my face that I was the new leader, and that I would end up just like him. He even threw it in my face on how I, ordered Joseph and Grace to escort, him and his mom to the jail cell, and how I also ordered them not to be able to eat chili that I made for dinner. That's why there was so much leftovers. I wanted us to enjoy it, not him.
You did feed them, though, right?
Yeah, no, of course. But they just had sandwiches and fried Brussels sprouts.
And who cooked that?
I did.
Then see, you aren't like him, and you never would be. You care even for an evil person like Brian and his mom. Look, I'm not telling you to be the new leader, but if people of this bunker look for someone to lead them, I think you're the person they need.
I don't know. I'm not really worried about that. I'm more worried about spending as much time as I can with you and not living under the stress of being surveyed all the time, all day long. It kind of kept everyone on edge. It kept all of us on edge, and it was definitely keeping me on edge.
Well, I'm here and he's in jail, so let's just keep happy for a bit.
Agreed. I hate to do this, Charli, but I'm actually getting kind of tired. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm quite tired. Do you want to talk, more tomorrow morning?
Of course, Josh. I would love that. You go ahead and go to bed. I'm going to get a shower and get some rest myself.
Okay, Charli. Good night.
Good night, Josh. Josh, wait.
Yeah, Charli?
Can I kiss you? I'm sorry. Never mind. Forget I said that.
Oh. Well, what if I wanted to kiss you? Could I kiss you?
Yeah, that would be fine.
Great. Good night, Charli. I'll see you in the morning. Oh, man. What an amazing day. I got to punch Brian and I got to kiss Charli. Twice. Well, I mean, I didn't get to punch Brian twice, but I got to punch him once, but I got to kiss Charli twice. Oh, what a good day. Great food, plenty of laughs and smiles, and tomorrow is the first day we'll all get to experience a day with no Brian, and a day that will continue with Charli. I bet we, can all get used to that. Now, I'm going to get some sleep. I'm exhausted. Yes, this bed looks so comfy. I've earned you today.